G'day guys, Bloke LP here. Welcome back to Star Citizen PTU 3.0. Today we're going to take a quick brief look at the ships of 3.0. So straight up here you can see a couple of the new ships that have been introduced into 3.0. We're missing two, which is the Nox and the Dragonfly, but we'll spawn them in soon. So straight up, here's the Mist Prospector. Really nice looking ship. In the game demos that we saw earlier this year in CitizenCon and that, the Prospector didn't have the cargo bags on the side for the ore. So I think they look pretty good. It's going to have some unreal visibility in that cockpit. You can see the demi-states going off inside there. Currently a bug at the moment when you spawn a ship in the hangar, not in the PTU, not in the universe, but in the hangar. They, for some reason, have demi-states like they're breaking, but we can look past that. It is PTU after all. So it's a Prospector, a beautiful looking ship. Let's open the door up here. Got a little bed there. I like the lighting in here, even though we've got the damage states going, it's still quite nice. Just a little access port here, probably can play around with the refinery and stuff through this point here maybe. It's the business room. Got a bit of a leak there, I might have to call my plumber to get him to come in and have a look at that. Can't be wasting a valuable water on our ship, so when we're out in that lone dark, we don't want to be wasting that water. Even the tap's leaking a bit too. To get him in, put some new seals in. The cockpit, straight up, I noticed the big open view that you get here, not like the Freelancer and the Starfarer and that. That is amazing. Let's take a quick seat here and have a look at that. Yet to have a fly of this in the universe yet. So straight up, my overall thought of that view is bloody awesome. That is unreal. So obviously when the laser's out, it's going to be out here somewhere, so you're going to be able to see what you're doing. You've got 6 sensors out the side here. Let's power this sucker on. Have a look at the displays.
Hello, how can MISC help you today? Systems on.
Straight up, yeah, I like the way the displays are up above your head here, so they're not blocking your visual here, which is quite nice. Yeah, real nice. Alt F, we'll get out of the seat. It doesn't even feel like I'm in a cockpit looking out there. So you've noticed a big difference in damage states back here. As soon as we walk back here after being in here before, it's a bit different. I suppose the power's on too, so we got lighting, which makes it look a bit different, I guess. Alright, let's go back and we'll have a quick look at the cuddy. I'll try and breeze through this video as quick as I can. So I'm not going to be an hour-long video to do 5 ships, so I'll try jam it all into about 30 minutes hopefully. So here's the Cutlass Black, the new rework of the Cutlass Black. Bloody beautiful if you ask me. what I should have done was spawned a Cutlass Blue over here, so you could have had a look at the size difference between them, but I've got that there now, so I won't worry about it. It is pretty well the same size as a Freelancer. I think the Freelancer, I don't know by the stats page, I haven't looked at that, but I've spawned a Freelancer here before, beside it before, and the Freelancer is probably about a metre, maybe 2 metres slightly bigger, so beautiful big sliding doors on the side, which I absolutely love. We got four size 6s, and what are the ones up? Oh, they're size 3s as well. Okay, 6 size 3 guns, which is better than what the Super Hornet has. To be interesting to take this thing up against a bit of a fight against the Super Hornet. Obviously the Super Hornet is probably going to be a bit more tankier, probably a bit more nimble, but it'd be quite interesting to see how this thing fares against the Super Hornet. These engines, they look beautiful. They don't quite look complete, if you ask me. It looks like it's missing like a bit of a guard around the back here, maybe. All in all though, I think they look absolutely awesome the way they are, but I probably would have finished it off with a bit of a guard around the back here. But I suppose that's the Drake look, I guess. Robust and, you know, inexpensive. Yeah, that is awesome. Very nice. Just wander around the back here. Is it up there? Not sure what that is. We'll open this door up. I'm guessing that's the tractor beam mount there. Maybe. Once again, damage states. Yeah, all the ships when you spawn them in have this damage state bug. So what I might do is I might go straight up the front. We'll power this thing up so we get a bit of lighting back here. While we're up here, we'll have a quick look at the cockpit, which you will notice is a big difference. Before, the seats were all set to one side, which was a bit of an issue because you had to walk down one side to get into the pilot seat. Once you were in, the seats slid to the centre. If you were the pilot and tried to get out and you had your co-pilot in here, everything had to slide back to the side just so you can get out and walk through, which was a real pain in the ass. So now, when we get in here, notice our seats lift straight up. So basically who's behind us, they can walk through in underneath us really if they wanted to. So let's fire this thing up. So let's power on.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
So visibility again is reasonably good. It's not quite as good as the Prospect, but this is still pretty damn good. These displays sort of block it a little bit. It's a shame they sit up so high. It'd be nicer to have them down. Like these top screens, probably about the height of these bottom screens maybe, just to give you that little bit more of visibility out the front there, so you can sort of see how close you are to things, like looking out over your nose. But all in all, it's pretty good. Apparently CIG has said in the past you will be able to pilot this from the back seat, so from this seat here, which is where I'd prefer to pilot it from, a bit like a helicopter. You see the fighter helicopters, even our fighters these days, fighter planes, most of them are flown from the back seat and the gunner sits in the front, and straight away you can see from the back seat here how much more visibility we got. We can't see down here to the ground, but look at this open view you've got here. It's a lot better, and you see what I mean by these screens, how they're a bit lower, so you can get a little sense of feel when you're getting up close to things out the front there on your nose, which is quite nice too. Yeah, very nice. So can we turn these screens on back here? So we've got quite a few different options on there. I won't go through the screens, but I'll leave that for you guys in the when you're in the universe flying around. You can check all that out. Let's go back and have a look in the back. So the living quarters are now behind the cockpit. So we've got a bit of storage over here for our weapons, and obviously our clothes over that side. A couple of bunk beds, a turret, Let's go access our turret if I can. Okay. So something I'm missing. Oh, here we go. Enter turret. So straight away too here in the turret, you can see a lot better view than what we had before. A lot better. So we can change. Yeah, let's power this thing on. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, wow. Very nice. What other options do we have here then? Change fire mode. Weapons change fire mode. Okay. So maybe that's like single burst, multiple bursts, you know, automatic sort of thing. It's pretty cool. Very nice, yeah. Be interesting to get out the verse and actually get in here and see how turrets work now with their changes as well, because it's one of my big concerns. I've just picked up a CCU to the Warlock, Aegis Warlock, from the Carrack. I still plan on trying out the Carrack when it's released, so I won't apply it yet. And yeah, I think the Warlock has potential to be a really great ship, but that's depending on where the turret play, how it goes. So the way the turret play was in 2.6.3, it's going to be absolutely hopeless. But if they've fixed it, it's going to be, yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing ship. It's got a lot of firepower. I think it's got like 24 turrets, 24 guns, sorry, 6 turrets, 4 manned, 2 unmanned, with a total of 24 size 4 weapons, and 32 missiles if I'm not mistaken. The damage states in here look pretty cool. That fire looks unreal. But yeah, straight up too, you notice massive changes in here. A lot bigger cargo space. Let's open the side door up. Just, I think it's a lot better too, so when you're in space, come up alongside some cargo or some stuff you want to salvage or whatever, you're not having to worry about everyone piling out that back door and the pilot positioning the arse of the ship to whatever you're trying to pick up. You can just come pull up alongside it, open the door, go out, EVA out, and bring what you want straight in the side without having to worry about it, so, which is quite nice. You know, or even nosing the nose of the ship up to whatever it is you're looking at, because so way you can keep your guns on the target. You know, and just EVA the stuff straight in and out the sides without having to come all the way around the back. Also, you've got 6 seats in the back, which also adds a bit of interesting gameplay to the Cutlass. So you could be flying in onto planet side, or even onto a big carrier ship or something. You know, have some troops in the back here, fly in, drop the door, let them out, and take back off, and continue to support them with your weapons on the ship, bit of air support, or you got troops on the ground. So it could act as a bit of a drop ship too, which is going to be quite nice. Also, keep in mind you can put a couple of dragonflies or a couple of noxes in the back here too, so which will help out when it comes time to assault him from the ground. It's probably the Cutlass is probably nearly my favourite ship that's in game now. With this rework, it is absolutely beautiful looking. I say favourite ship in game, that is. So I've got a couple of other favourite ships, but they're not in game yet. Like the Lightning, I can't wait to see the Lightning, even though we won't be able to buy one, but which is quite disappointing. So over here is the Ursa Rover, which is sort of glitched out. It was parked over here. It's rattling across the floor of me. So you've got a side door here which you can open up. Also a back door, so you can bit of a ramp, pile everything in. I don't know if you can fit a Nox or a Dragonfly or something in here. I've never tried. I think it might be a bit tight. Might just fit a Nox up in here. Here's another bit of a bug that's in the hangar at the moment. So as well as the damage states, you got your power plants and stuff that are showing where they aren't meant to. There's the cockpit. So a quick look in here. Let's power him up. So if you don't want to hold F down,
Enjoy the ride.
if you don't want to hold F down and interact with your settings in here and you're in a rush, you can quickly jump in and press F5, which just powers everything straight up for you. Also when you get out, so you can see here, I can look over here with using me inner thought system and exit, or I can hold Alt F, which is another quick key to get out. So same for getting on. So let's go out through the side door. Very nice. This is the Ursa Rover. On the other side here you can see the turret. It's all tucked away. So it's basically in storage mode at the moment, so it makes it easy to fit inside the Connie. But when you take it out of, I don't know the actual proper term for it, I just call it storage mode. But when you take it out of that, the wheels will lower down as well, so it will lift the bottom of this vehicle up off the ground a little bit more, give you some more clearance. So let's go over and we'll have a quick look at the Constellation as well. So the rework on this looks absolutely amazing. You can hear the damage states of it going off. I might quickly just unspawn this one and respawn it, so the damage states mightn't be so bad inside. Let's take that away. Let's respawn it. Like so. Absolutely massive ship. I love that curved cockpit compared to the Andromeda. Let's go inside for a quick look. Oh, I thought I was going to get squashed then. It looks like it's already powered up in here. Well, it's a little bit dark in the fridge, so maybe it isn't. Straight away you notice the table's gone. Here's the table here. Pop that open. Very nice. Front here. Let's jump in here. F5.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
So this is another ship with a fairly great view. It's it's a little bit balked by these side seats, but if you're fully crewed up, you're gonna have people in these too looking out the sides for you. So.
Collision alert. Port.
And I like these glass screens that some of the ships are implementing now. It just gives you a lot more view because you can see through them, which is quite nice. Leave that all fired up. Big cable running across here on the floor. I don't like that. This is a brand new ship and there's a cable on the floor. You think they could tuck that away in underneath, like, yeah, that's, I don't know why they decided to do something like that, but anyway. So let's hop in this top turret. The bottom one's obviously for gunner. The top one's more sensor array. You've got a couple of little drones and stuff that you can send out. Fairly bloody good visibility in here, which is quite nice. So very sensitive turret. So, like I say before, this ain't actually a gunning turret, this one. This is more for sensor array. The bottom one is your gunner's turret. Well, I'm pretty sure the bottom one's a gunner turret. Let's quickly check while we're here. Yeah, I just said enter gunner's turret, so there's got to be some weapons on the ship somewhere, so I'm assuming they're on this bottom turret. Power it on. Okay, well we've got no view at all. It's kind of concealed inside here, so bit of a shame. Let's go through to the back to the cargo hold of the ship and have a quick look before we jump out. Oh, once again, so you've got a shower in here. I don't know if it's a toilet as well, maybe. Yeah, no, there's no toilet on this side. Must be shower and toilet. You got some lockers, personal use. You can't actually do anything with them yet, but open them. Eventually, you're going to be able to have your flight suits and stuff like that in there. Gun rack. So a table, some bedding, so we can log out in space. Through to the cargo bay. Interact with this panel here and actually open this bay up now without having to go to the bottom, which is quite nice. Big missile racks, side doors, airlock. I love these missile racks. It's quite cool being in here when the ship's in combat and watching these things cycle and load out missiles as you're using them up, which is pretty cool. So Ursa rover can be parked down here in this hangar. Plenty of room for that. In the back here is where the Merlin is, the docking collar for the Merlin. I don't know if we can access the Merlin or not. Empty ship. Oh, there we go. We can still access it. Okay. Can we power it up? Power on. Doesn't really do anything. Okay. Exit the ship. So once again, this ain't how the ship is meant to be in hangar. It's just a bit of a bug at the moment. We are in PTU, so the demo stages aren't like this when you spawn a ship in at Olisar and that. Everything is fine to use without having to worry about you're going to fly out and blow up. It's just a bit of a bug in hangar. So yeah, that's the Constellation Aquila. Makes me miss my ship looking around this one. Used to have an Aquila. I mounted it. So obviously, as part of being part of PTU, they give you access to all the ships they want you to test for the PTU. For some reason, I cannot run down through here. There we go. So I want to access that port there. Despawn this. I'll take all these ships away anyway, guys, and I'll bring you all back when I've got the other ones spawned in. So here we are. This is the Apollo Nox, which is another sleek looking ship. I love the straight, sharp edges on this ship. It's quite nice, the flow of it. Very nice looking. Very slim line looking at it down there like that. Very sweet. Let's jump on quickly. Fire him up.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Once again, pretty cool view. One thing I do wish they would do was put landing gear on the ship. Like with the Dragonfly, they can sort of sit on their belly, which they don't either. They hover, which is a real pain in the ass. I wish it would actually, when it's not powered up, it should be on the ground. Like things can't just hover. Unpowered, I mean. So, like, yes, if it was fired up, fair enough for it to be sitting there like that, but if it was shut down, it should have a couple little skids underneath for it to touch down on. Dragonfly over here, you can see it could just sit straight down on its belly. So you'd be able to sit down on these little pads. But I wish they would do that instead of just making it sort of float there and like thin air, which is a little bit annoying, but anyway. So yeah, that was the Poa Nox over there. It's quite nice looking, very sleek. Here's my favourite, the Dragonfly Yellow Jacket. So I own the Yellow Jacket I did prefer the black when I was looking at them on the store page and that. I thought the black looked a lot nicer than the yellow. I only wanted the yellow as it was a limited edition. I actually won this ship from Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo, or for one of her little competitions she does on Wednesday. And seeing it in the hangar, mate, honestly, I'd rather this over the black any day. Like, this, the black over there, it's a bit hard to see, but we will check that out. And it looks so much nicer than the black. I'm absolutely glad I got the yellow jacket. Very nice looking little ride. The yellow jacket reminds me more of your Harley style bike, you know, your hog, where the Nox reminds me of more your road bike style.
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online.
Very nice. Let's get a third person here. Yeah, very nice looking bike. Also with the Dragonfly, you can put another player can sit on that seat behind you with a gun, so they can be sort of covering your six. I think the ideal thing if you were cruising around on this bike will be more so, you know, you try to look after your ground targets and all the rest with these little guns on the front. You have your player on the back with maybe something like a the rail gun that they have, the shoulder mounted rail gun, which would probably be pretty cool. So if you're sort of cruising through a little canyon or something on planet side and you had another ship chasing you, at least with the rail gun you probably could protect yourself a little bit up against you know, something like a cutlass or something like that coming after you. So very nice. Over here is the black. We'll have a quick look at that. So straight up, it is a, don't get me wrong, I do like the black, it does look very nice, but I think that yellow with the black pinstripe on it, it just looks so much better. And some of you may ask, well, why is that ship over there a limited edition? Can't we paint ships in game eventually? Yes, we will be able to paint ships in game eventually, but there's going to be little things on them that you won't be able to do. Like that has the black pinstriping down along the middle. You'll never be able to replicate that. We'll be able to paint it yellow, but it won't have the little black stripe, which I know some of you just go, well, wow, a black stripe, but it's a limited edition. I don't care. It's the same price. I won it. It was free. It looks nice, so I don't really care. But the black does look quite nice too. So the more I do look at the black, I am warming to it a lot more than what I was when I very first saw it. And it's up there. Yeah, I do really like the black too, but the yellow is currently my favourite. But that won't be an issue, because when we can paint things, everything of mine will probably be purple and green. Or just jet black. Yeah. It's a very nice looking ride. Can we actually get on the back seat? Oh, we can. Mount passenger seat. There you go. So, like I was saying before, your rear facing here, so you'd have like your railgun, the handheld railgun, and you could be sitting here covering your six, you know, while our mate's riding forward, and you can be looking after the forward. Any targets to the front with the little size ones, I think they are on the front, while you're sitting here covering the six. I think they're size ones. Yeah, size ones. So that's the Dragonfly Black. Also over the other side here we have the Star Kitten one. So this Star Kitten ship is another limited edition. It was part of the Referral program competition they ran a couple of months back. You know, I think you got 10 referral codes, and you received this, but it had to be 10 referral codes. 10 new referral code purchases within that period of the competition. So our old referral codes that we had didn't count. I think I scored a Star Kitten t-shirt. I didn't get the bike, which was a bit of a bugger because it's quite nice looking too. I'm not a big fan of this Star Kitten stuff. You know, a bit of a knock off the Hello Kitty, but I sort of feel like it's been forced upon us a bit. Like, you know, the Big Benny's thing was pretty cool. We sort of made that what it is. It was just something placed out there, a vending machine, and it wasn't meant to be anything big and special. We sort of made it what it is, and since that hype they've been sort of really trying to push this Star Kitten stuff on us. which, yeah, it doesn't really faze me, but still adds a pretty nice looking decal to the bike, which is quite nice. Yeah, hot pink, quite nice looking. Let's jump up on here. Third person. That's pretty cool looking. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. So yeah. So that was the ships of 3.0. There is a couple other, like the new Aurora rework, but I'm sure you will see that in the burst. What else is there? Oh, the Gladius had a bit of rework done to its MFD displays inside, which are the multifunctional displays. And I think that's about it. Yeah, so like I said, a lot of you just won't have access to this ship. You will if you're in the PTU, but when the game comes out, unless you were one of the lucky people that got the 10 referrals within that time period for the contest, you won't get one of these. But there is other referral things out there, so if you do have the game, you get your referral code out there. There is a few benefits that you get for having people use your referral code. I've had people use mine, and I scored a Gladius for free after I got 10 referrals. I've unlocked quite a bit of gear, a grey cat buggy, a cool looking fish tank, some guns and some models and stuff. I'm currently working on getting myself a Miss Razor. I'm getting pretty close. I think I'm about 25 maybe, 25 referrals away from getting a Miss Razor. So yeah, if you don't have the game, down the bottom left there you'll see my referral code. I have a video on the getting started. Go check that out. There'll probably be a link in the down there. And yeah, if you just want, use my referral code. I would appreciate it greatly. You'll get a couple of benefits out of it as well. So if by just using my referral code and registering to the RSI website and using my code, you will get 5,000 UEC added to your account. So that UEC can be used when the game goes live on purchases, whether it's stuff for your hangar, stuff for your ships or cargo or anything like that. It's going to be 5,000 UEC that you'll be able to use once the game goes live. So you won't have it straight away. It's once the game goes live. Yeah, and I get a referral point. So I don't get a referral point until you actually purchase the game. So I think it's purchases over $45. Then I get a referral point. But other than that, I get you added as a prospect. In the meantime, if you just sign up with my account, you get 5,000 free UEC. When you purchase the game, I'll get a referral point, and hopefully soon I can get myself a Miss Razor. So yeah, but if you have a friend that has the game, use their referral point. It doesn't really bother me either way. I'd love to get a Miss Razor, but it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, guys. So, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and I'll see you all in the verse. Bye for now.